Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Big Major, owner and host of Major Level Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's your guy. I wasn't going to do a show, didn't think about doing no show. Um, I was just going to kind of chill out in the summer, and just in case something big happened, I was going to, I was just going to chill. And then if something big would have happened, I would have brought you something. DJ would have brought you something. You know how we do it. But what made me kind of think to do a show today is based upon something that I heard, you know what I'm saying, a little earlier. And we're going to get into it right now. Nice, quick show. But before I continue, let me go ahead and give it up to my guys that's already showed up before I can even think about coming on the air. There goes my damn nephew and the sniper of the channel, H. Davis. You know what I'm talking about? Says salute. Get those damn likes up. Subscribe to the channel. What y'all waiting on? Grab a seat, grab some popcorn, subscribe to Laker Girl 36. And while y'all at it, go over there to Lakers in 5 and also subscribe to Mooch Entertainment. Hey, but at this point, y'all have already heard what my guy said. I don't need to repeat nothing. You understand what I'm talking about? If I have to repeat it at this point, I'm not doing my job correctly. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to H. Davis. You know what I'm talking about? Speaking of Laker Girl, there she is. Laker Girl 36, my damn little sister, says, salute, Major Big Bro. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're a new support, or else you will have to deal with Lewis. See, I didn't even have to threaten you this time. Just know that Lewis is the person you're gonna have to deal with. Speaking of Lewis, there he is, right below Laker Girl, my damn nephew Lewis. You know what I'm talking about? And sniper of the channel. You know what I'm talking about? He said, "What's good, Big Unk? Get those likes up, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, tell a family member if you are new about the channel, and share the damn channel." God damn, how many times we got to keep telling y'all these things? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to Rated R for reviews. That's DJ. There he is hiding again. I don't know how he does it or why he does it. As if we don't know who this guy is. You know what I'm talking about? That's one of his many channels. He has several. He has hundreds and thousands of channels. You know what I'm talking about? And this is just one of them. But he does reviews over there. It's exactly what it says. It says Rated R for reviews, man. I don't need to explain to you what that is. You know what I'm saying? What do you review? You review music, you review movies, you review TV shows. Well, that's what he does over there. He reviews movies, shows, things like that. Go over there, man. Learn something like I do sometimes. And if you ever feel so much the need to, go up there and give your take on whatever it is that they talking about over there. Go subscribe to Rated R for reviews. Also, go subscribe to his other channel, Lakers in 5, the biggest Laker channel there is. I don't know of no other channel bigger than that. Yes, I know there's a bunch of Laker channels out there. I do support a couple of them, but this is the guy. I'm telling you, this is the damn guy right there. Go subscribe, like, and join Lakers in 5 right the fuck now. You understand what I'm talking about? Shout out to little bro for always support. I don't care what he's doing, man. He could be in Timbuktu somewhere. He gonna turn on Major Level Entertainment and give Big Bro a shout out. You know how he does it. Nate, salute everybody. Nate said, salute everybody. Thank you for Nate. Always showing up to the channel, man. I really do appreciate that. He said, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the channel to continue to grow. I done already told y'all, I get to 1,000 hits by the end of the summer. That's September, y'all. For those of y'all that don't know, it's September, the end of summer. I get to 1,000 hits. Somebody go get 500 smackaroonies. I don't know who's going to be. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm just saying, it's somebody that lives near you that knows who you are, that's adjacent to you, is going to get $500. You ask Lewis for the details. I can't tell you. You know what I'm talking about? There he is, my damn cousin. The person that I was waiting on to show up to the channel in the first place. You know what I'm saying? He said, Big Cuzzo, salute. And man, appreciate my cousin always showing up to the goddamn channel, man. We be chopping it up on Instagram too, you know what I'm saying? He be laughing. He be sending me memes. I'll be laughing at his memes. I send him memes. He laughing at my memes. He know I'm a fool. He knows I'm a fool. He supports Big Cuzzo, so Big Cuzzo support him. And it will be no Cuzzo slander ever in my presence. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking about H. Davis. There he is. There goes my guy. He's laughing at me again. I don't know what I did, H. Davis, man, but it's all good, man. I'm trying not to make you laugh. I'm trying to be serious for a change. You know how he does it. All right, so look, let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all know what the topic is, man. The last stream I did, or the second to last stream I did before, I was talking about the 8 centers that the Lakers could possibly get and Jaren Jackson Jr. was one of them. Well, today I want to highlight Jaren Jackson Jr. because this is the topic of he's the topic of conversation that I've had earlier with somebody. So and they brought up to me that one of the things they brought up to me is that Jaren Jackson Jr. would be cheaper to get than Nick Claxton, and I'm like, is that so? Because Jaren Jackson Jr. is a better pickup than Nick Claxton, and here's how I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go over to look at, first of all, proposed trade details that can possibly land JJJ over here in the purple and gold. First of all, let's go over it. You know what I'm saying? And then tell me at the end of this all, would y'all rather have him or would y'all rather have Nick Claxton? Okay. So, first of all, the trade proposal would be, of course, we would get JJJ. Memphis Grizzlies would get Rui, Dalton Connect, 2031 first round pick and the 2026 first round pick swap. Let me say that again. We'll get JJJ. They'll get Rui, Dalton Connect, 2031 first round pick and the 2026 first round pick swap. Now, here's the thing. Here's the problem I have with that. The Lakers fan of me says, you know what? I kind of like Rui, man. There's something about Rui that makes me want to hold around on him or whatever, because Rui does have the side. He's 6'8", he's strong. He could play power forward to give LeBron breaks at times. He could play small forward. He could shoot the three damn good, one of the better three-point shooters on the team. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of him and Dalton Connect both been in that trade, we lose a lot of shooting with that because we're losing two good shooters. But we would be picking up a guy who can rim protect, which is something we need, and he can play the power forward or center position, JJJ, and he's an excellent defender. He's not that great of a rebounder to be his height, but we can fix that with a simple center. You know what I'm saying? Throw a center in there. We go get Steven Adams or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely gives on the defensive end something that we could definitely benefit from. So but we'd have to give up Rui, Dalton Connect. Now, if anybody else have a better trade scenario whereby we don't have to give up Rui or Dalton Connect, I kind of would like to see what Dalton Connect does and becoming one of the great shooters in the league and one of the great shooters for the Lakers. I kind of don't want to give up on him yet. He's just only been a year, and he has a small sample size of what he can possibly do. So, tell me down below what possible trades would you switch, or would you keep it like that? Would you go ahead and give them Rui and Dalton, and then give them a 2031 first round pick, and then the 2026 first round pick swap? Tell me what would y'all want to do? Would you, if you have a better trade scenario, please let me know. Let me go ahead and read what Cuzzo put. He said, "Oh boy, Jackson just made the All-NBA team. Seems like he might want to get that max probably, but he's young. Yeah, he's young. Still, maybe a new team could be good for him." Yeah, definitely, I agree. If we're gonna get into his contract in a minute, but if Memphis don't want to pay him what they want to pay him, remember he'll be a free agent next year in 2026 anyway. So we might be able to pick him up then. We never know, and then we don't know where LeBron's gonna be at that point. So let's just say he just decides, you know what? I want to leave here. I want to go to the Lakers. He can definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? He could definitely do that. So I definitely agree with that. H. Davis says, I would love to get JJJ, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, man, me too. I would love to have him to the team. If we can't get Giannis, the person I really want, then I'll settle for JJJ. And we're not really settling, because when I get into his stats, then you'll be like, okay, that's not really settling. We'd get definitely a good big, just up under AD, the likes of an AD. You know what I'm saying? He's like second tier to AD and those guys, Jokic and all them dudes. And he could definitely, look at the things that he can do. He can stretch the floor. He can block shots. He can shoot the three pretty good. So this is what the Lakers would get. By adding Jaren Jackson Jr., we will bring a massive defensive jolt to LA's front line. A massive defensive jolt. Kind of like what we had when we had AD. AD, the rim protector. Only difference between him and AD is AD was a way better rebounder than Jaren Jackson Jr., but Jackson Jr. was a way better three-point shooter than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was streaky at best, but we need that. What we're missing with Anthony Davis, Jaren Jackson Jr. coming over to the team, he can bring that. It's slightly lower than AD, but he can definitely bring some rim protection so motherfuckers won't just be floating into the inside throwing a bullshit ass shots and they going in. I'm tired of niggas 6'2", 6'3", 6'1", 5'11", just going in there just floating shit up. I want shit going to the second and third, fourth and fifth rows. You understand what I'm talking about? I want to be at the game eating popcorn, and I want that nigga to swat the ball over there and knock my popcorn over. Then I'll pretend to be mad about it. Like, man, he knocked my damn popcorn over. But did he get the block? That's all I care about. You understand what I'm talking about? Cuzzo said, Rui and Dalton, to me, not that much for Jackson. Yeah, I agree. He's an all NBA guy now. Yeah, that's true. It might not be a good fit only if we can't win with him. Right. But he's still an option. Yes, that's true, Cuzzo. And see, he's an excellent and elite lob threat for a guy like Luka. See, we have to look at it like that too. But let me go ahead and finish. It said, despite Memphis's rough season, getting swept in the first round against the Cleveland Cavs, Jackson still flashed his trademark rim protection at 1.5 blocks per game. You might as well round that off to 2 blocks a game. At one point, he led the league in blocks at 3 a game. He stretches the floor, averaging 22.2 points a night on respectable 37.5% shooting from the 3. That is just around or slightly above league average. So he could definitely shoot the 3. He could definitely rim protect. We already got that. Okay. His mobility and switchability on defense makes him an ideal anchor next to LeBron and Luka, especially after watching Rudy Gobert overpower all of us in the first round. You know what I'm saying? All whatever center we could throw at him in the first round, to the point Rui had to they just threw anybody. Just threw Rui on him. And Rui held his own for a minute, but he just don't have the size and height to match with giraffe-ass Rudy Gobert. So, but getting to JJJ, that would definitely create some problems for other centers in the league. While JJJ has had problems staying consistent offensively, playing against two superstars, or playing off 2 superstars, he could it could simplify his role and help him return to an all-star form that he showed in 2023. Yeah, remember he had an all-star showing in 2023 that pretty much showed us what he's made of if he's in the right system or whatever the case may be. And I do believe that however good he is with Memphis, wouldn't he be that much better if he came over here and put the purple and gold uniform on? Jaren Jackson can flat out ball, y'all, and he needs a place where he can really shine. And over here, in a place where we need a center, woo! A place where we have won with centers throughout the years, Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem and Shaq and guys like that, and then what's the guy? Paul Gasol, so we've shown that we can win with big guys. And there's always a point guard right there. You know what I'm talking about? There's always a point guard right there that's going to do what needs to be done in order to make those things happen. Kareem and Magic, Shaq and Kobe, or point guard or shooting guard, Shaq and Kobe. You know what I'm talking about? You throw Van Exel in there, Derek Fisher, those guys. So there's always been something, a big guy, having us a big guy, Kobe and Gasol, LeBron and AD, there's always been a guard or a guard type player or a person that can play guard and a big man for us to, for us to do what needs to be done in order for us to win and move on to the next level. H. Davis says we need him now ASAP. Yes, we do. For Memphis, if they get Rui and Dalton, that gives them 2 rotation ready wings. You know what I'm saying? Draft assets to retool around Desmond Bane. You know what I'm saying? That's what they, that they're looking at Desmond Bane or whatever. I don't think they want to get up off of him. So Desmond Bane and John Morant or whatever the case may be. And I think that after a while, John Morant's going to get tired of Memphis. I said Memphis. I'm thinking of syphilis. Memphis Grizzlies, the Memphis Grizzlies. He's going to get tired and he's going to want out somehow, some way. So we'll see how that plays out. But from the Lakers standpoint, Jackson's age, remember him and Luka's around the same age, 25, 26 years old, respectively, and unique 2-way set skills fit the bill for a title hunting team trying to win now without sacrificing long-term stability. So in other words, Rui and Dalton Connect is not considered long-term stability. They're not considered that now because Uh, Dalton Connect is still a rookie. He's just giving us a small sample size of what he can do. And then Rui, he shows up here and there. And, so definitely if we can get Jaren Jackson Jr., then we'll be getting some more sides. So we'll be getting the size that we need. Okay. So let's go ahead and get off into Jaren Jackson's stats, right? Let's go ahead and get off into his stats. I kind of read some of them off. He can play, like I said, he can play the power forward position. He can also play center. Jaren Jackson Jr. is legit 6'10", 6'11". I'll elect to say he's 6'11", and he's a legit 245, 250. You know what I'm saying? 6'10". So we're going to go 6'10", 245. You know who he reminds me of? Chris Webber, except he's a better three-point shooter. Chris Webber, and he's still a young guy. I mean, let's face it, the guy's young and he can still make an impact in games. There he is, my damn cousin. He says, keeping Reeves, LeBron, and Luka in a deal like this is a win. Yeah, if we don't have to give up Reeves, I wouldn't want to give up Reeves, even if he has to go to the bench somehow, some way, because what we all can agree on is that we don't need a backcourt as weak as we had this year. We need somebody needs to be able to play defense between Luka and Reeves. If hopefully Reeves can come back and play some defense this year, get better on defensive end, get faster, or whatever the case may be. If he can, sometimes it doesn't happen like that. But if not, I would be okay with him going to the bench if we're not going to come up off of him. Or if we're going to come up off of him, it's got to be for somebody who could play defense and score like him, possibly like DeJounte Murray, that type of dude. He could play defense and have offense. So, keeping Reeves, LeBron, and Luka in a deal like this is a win. And Jack probably won't be guarded by the best defender on the other team with those guys we have. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? And H. Davis says he played center in college. Yeah, that's right. University of Michigan State. You know what I'm talking about? And then Jaren Jackson Jr. is from down the street from where I was born. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. He's from Plainfield, New Jersey. That is about 40 minutes away in good traffic from East Rutherford, New Jersey, where I was born at. I didn't know he was a Jersey guy. Okay. That's why I liked him. You know what I'm talking about? Except when AD was cooking his ass. That's the only time I didn't like him. But since he's a Jersey cat, now I'm really going to push for him. You know what I'm talking about? So get on over here. J. You understand what I'm talking about? He averaged 22.2 points a game last season. He was 23rd in the league. 23rd in the league of over 400 players. He averaged only 5.6 rebounds a game. No, that's okay. 62nd, in the league of 400 players, over 400 players. He averaged 2 assists a game, 126th in the league of over 400 players. He shot 48.8% from the field goal. And, that's the 2 points, dunks, and all that stuff. So he's 38%, overall of, out of 400 players or whatever, 400 possible players in the league. And as I said before, he shot 37.5% from the three. He shot 78% from the free throw. He averaged 29 minutes. He played 74 games last year. He got you 1.5 blocks, 1.2 steals. And the only other thing, and then his turnover rate was 2.1. The only other thing is he gets in foul trouble. You know what I'm talking about? So that's something we definitely have to work on, foul baiting and all that, especially when we're playing foul baiting teams or foul baiting players or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Micah. Micah says JJJ jackpot. You know what I'm saying? He said, give him Austin Reeves. Hey, man, I would be with it, but we'd have to definitely get something back for Reeves that's worthwhile. And I'm opting for a two-way player who can play both sides of the ball. Even if he averages slightly less than Reeves, we definitely want somebody to make a defensive presence known in the backcourt. So definitely. But if we can get Jaren Jackson Jr. without having to give up Reeves, then that's cool. If we can't get Jaren Jackson Jr. and we can get Giannis, but Reeves will have to be a part of that conversation, I think it's a no-brainer to throw Reeves in a trade package that would grab us Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, yeah, definitely. So let's go ahead and get off into Jackson's. I almost called nigga Jackson Hayes. Jaren Jackson's contract. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, wait, hold on. Cuzzo said getting him would honestly be nuts. Him, Bron, and Luka all have made the NBA in the last 2 seasons. Yes, made all NBA last 2 seasons. Not trying to make it all about the NBA selection teams, but we definitely need an upgrade. Oh yeah, definitely. And he would definitely be an upgrade. I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. would be an upgrade. He's better than Jackson Hayes. He's better than anybody we have on the team. And then remember, we still got Trey Jemison. We could bring Trey Jemison up for extra added size and toughness. And then Jaren Jackson Jr. ain't no slouch. I mean, the nigga could play defense. He ain't no slouch. He could play both sides of the ball. You know, there's a reason why he's all NBA. There's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might get into foul trouble, but we can work on that. He's still young. You know what I'm talking about? Mike Alexander said, oh, yeah, for Giannis, get Reeves up out of here. Oh, yeah, absolutely, for sure. For sure. Mike Alexander says, GOAT James, salute. He put 2 GOATs right there. Man, goddamn. Hey, I would have put 3 GOATs for Cuzzo, but hey, you know, to each his own. You know, I ain't trying to be greedy. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah. But so let's look at the contracts of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Nick Claxton. That was another guy that was on the radar, or whatever the case may be. I don't want Nick Claxton if we can get Jaren Jackson. One, Nick Claxton is 6'11", 215. That's Jackson Hayes, basically, pretty much. He averages a little bit more than Jackson Hayes, basically, pretty much. He wouldn't be a big upgrade to us. Now, if we could get him on the cheap, if we could have got him on the cheap, which we can, I'm about to go over the contracts right now, then we could have brought him and Jaren Jackson Jr. and that's the case, and then he could be a better rebounder than Jaren Jackson Jr. and where one lacks, the other one makes up, and where the other one makes up, the other one lacks. So it could be something like that. But no, Jaren Jackson Jr., right? So he's 25 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? Next year, he stands to get in guaranteed money $23,413,395. And he's a free agent. He's an unrestricted free agent in 2026. We could grab that nigga in the offseason. We ain't got to wait to, all the way to 2026. Grab that nigga right now offseason. He's only making a little bit over 23. He's making 23.4, just to put it into perspective. 23.4. And then, of course, next year he'll be a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So he's making 23.4. Now, here's why that number is important. Because Nick Claxton, next season, who averages less than Jaren Jackson Jr., who's a lesser player than Jaren Jackson Jr., and he don't even have the size that I would even want. Guess what he's making next year? Hold on, give me 1 second. I said Jaren Jackson Jr. is making $23.4 million next year, right? Nick Claxton is making $2 million more than that, almost a full $2 million more than that. He will be making $25,352,272.99. He's going to be making $2 million more than a 22.2 points a game averaging Jaren Jackson Jr., who's actually an all-star. He's actually an all-star center in this league. It just made all NBA. Who the fuck you think I'm going to pick? I'd rather pick Jaren Jackson Jr., paying this nigga $23 million as opposed to paying somebody $2 million. Yes, it's $2 million more, but still, I want more bang for my buck. I put $23 million. This dude he's averaging 10 points more and can shoot the ball better and can space the floor. Oh, yeah, I'm taking Jaren Jackson Jr. if we can grab him. Y'all stop playing. If that means Rui got to go and Dalton Connect got to go, to both of my goddamn nephews, you know what I'm talking about? Then, hey, this is business. This is business. Just like if Milwaukee said, hey, look, check this out, we will gladly let Giannis go. But you got to give us that damn white boy over there, Austin motherfucking Reeves. If they said we want Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, and Rui, guess what I'm going to say? Go. Because that's motherfucking Giannis. That's Giannis, goddammit. He's in NBA, he's in MVP talks every year. There's not a play. The only people that I won't give up for Giannis is LeBron or Luka. That's it, because they're on that. They're all on the same level. They're all superstars on that level. But anybody else, if they said, "Hey, we know you ain't gonna give up LeBron. We know you're not gonna give up Luka. Give us Austin Reeves, Connect, and Rui, and a couple picks or whatever the case may be." I'm giving them motherfuckers up so quick, and a box of C's candy over there to the owner. Here, matter of fact, I'll pay for them niggas Uber ride to LAX and fly the goddamn plane my damn self to Milwaukee for Giannis, the Greek fucking freak, and to motherfucking Kupo, however the fuck you pronounce his name, and whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Let me go back up here and see what y'all talking about. Yeah, Michael Alexander said Trey Jemison needs to come back regardless. Yeah, definitely need that side. You know, not sides. You know. Go James says, "What up, Micah, brother? What's up? What's up? What's up?" Hey, he said, "Man, give us Jackson Hayes and Claxton." Yeah. Hey, we could take both of them. That would be nice. But both of them together, that would be a little too much. That'd be 48 million. That'll be too much. To get both of those guys. We definitely have to come up off some more people in order to get that dude to come over here. I can go off into what we'd have to give up to get Nick Claxton too. But yeah, I definitely, if I had to take the nod, I'll take Jaren Jackson Jr. Go James says Rui and Dalton for Jackson, Reeves and Vando and Gabe for Claxton. Now, the only thing is Reeves for that's too much for Claxton. That's too much for Claxton because Reeves has a higher value, even though he makes less. But Reeves, for what he can do, for his offensive prowess, that's enough for the Lakers to stay away from Claxton because Claxton is not considered a starter to them. Remember what they said about Reeves. They said they pretty much ain't giving him up for nothing less than a star. Even though he ain't been to the All-Star game, he ain't really bona fide like that. That's what they said, and I do believe that they mean that. You know what I'm talking about? So we just got to take it with a grain of salt. So those are their contracts. Nick Claxton making 25.3 next year. Jaren Jackson making 23.4 next year. That is a steal to me, ladies and gentlemen. That's a goddamn steal, if you ask me. You know what I'm talking about? Now, just for quality insurance purposes, let's go ahead and see what we possibly have to give up to get Nick Claxton. Let's see what we possibly have to give up to get Nick Claxton. Let's take a gander. Because I don't want to get somebody that's essentially another Jackson Hayes. Okay. In order to get Nick Claxton, here's what we'd have to give up. Of course, we'd have to give up less than we would have had to give up for Jaren Jackson Jr. So in order to get Nick Claxton, only thing we have to do is just give up Rui and Gabe and the 2031 first round pick. Now, Nick Claxton, as I said before, he averaging 10.3 points a game, 7.4 rebounds. He averaging 1 point, 1 point under Jaren Jackson Jr. in blocks. He averaged 1.4 blocks a game. JJJ averaged 1.5 blocks a game. He's shooting a better field goal percentage at 56%. He's 26 years old. He has the athleticism, and he has the defense. So they both can play defense. They both are athletic. They both can protect the rim. It's just that Jaren Jackson Jr. can shoot better from the three, pretty much. Claxton thrives as a vertical lob threat, a perfect complement to Luka's passing wizardry, while being one of the league's switchiest big men on defense. If Brooklyn opts to pivot toward a rebuild, moving Claxton, while his value is sky high, makes sense right now. For the Lakers, giving up Rui and giving up Gabe, plus a first rounder, is a solid value. Claxton would allow LA to go back to its 2020 formula of surrounding LeBron with athletic, defensive-minded bigs while keeping Luka's offensive lanes clear. This is the kind of modern center upgrade that could swing postseason matchups. I totally fucking agree. You know how he does this. I agree with that. So definitely Nick Claxton and Jaren Jackson Jr. are the two dudes on the radar, but I would elect to go get Jaren Jackson Jr. They pretty much could do the same thing, except he shoots the ball better at the three. And then they both can Nick Claxton rebounds slightly better. Jackson Hayes blocks. Jaren Jackson Jr. Blocks slightly better. He averages way more points. And they're both around the same age, 25, 26 years old. So, Lakers, let's make it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? That's basically all I wanted to get up here and talk about and get y'all feelings on it. I definitely want, before I go, just a little bonus. I don't want the same Laker team like we had this year. I don't. I've seen enough. We got rid of Cam Reddish. We got rid of D'Lo. You know what I'm saying? Before the midseason, whatever the case may be. It's time to give up on Gabe Vincent. It's time to get off of him. He needs to go. Okay. I'm toting the fence between Austin Reeves leaving and him going to the bench. If he goes to the bench, that's cool. But if he ends up having to leave because we got somebody better than him, that's cool too. But it's time for us to come up off of Gabe Vincent. I have seen enough. It's time to go ahead and bring up Trey Jemison. It's time to go ahead and do that. It's time to get Jordan Goodwin a little bit more shine. It's time to give Dalton Connect some more shine if we're going to keep him around. It's just time for the players that we needed to step up, that we wanted to see step up now. That's what I want to see, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to bend y'all ear for a minute, catch y'all attention. I got some things to do. And, I'm talking about people to see. I'm talking about. So you never know. You never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on Instagram. You know what I'm talking about? I'll be doing all kind of crazy shit on Instagram. You might catch me singing, driving down the street. You might go on my Instagram page and walk into a goddamn concert. You don't believe me? Ask Chris or ask H. Davis. You know what I'm talking about? I know they be hearing me act a fool over there, singing songs and shit like I'm fucking Jeffrey Osborne or Johnny Gill or some crazy shit like that. I don't know how to sing worth a damn, but hey, look, it's entertainment. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis, tell him. Hey, tell him. H. Davis, you better tell him. Don't I start singing up here right now? I start singing right now. You better tell him what I be doing on Instagram. You better tell him. I start singing right now. You want me to sing Johnny Gill? Put on your red dress and put on those high heels. Look at you. Y'all get to sing it. Y'all already know. But if y'all want the full show, go over and tune into my Instagram. I'm not gonna give y'all a free show over here on Major Level Entertainment. If you want to hear me sing, go to my Instagram right now and type in Mage Carnell, MAJCARNEL motherfucking L. If you want to hear my performances, I might do a damn car karaoke tonight. Y'all keep fucking around with me. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all think I can't sing. Y'all think I won't do it. Next, I'm going to start preaching. H. Davis know what I'm talking about. Don't get me started Sunday tomorrow. Y'all have to wait till tomorrow for the sermon. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, look, listen. Stop horsing around. Go over to Lakers in 5, right? Clock in over there, man. Tell them I sent you. You might get a discount. It's free to subscribe. It's going to cost you a little bit to join, man. They got 3 memberships over there. Lakers in 5, 6, or 7. You got chances to win a lot of money over there. You got chances to win perks over there, man. You know what I'm talking about? I done bought houses off of winning over there. You know what I'm talking about? And I use Lewis's strategy. You understand what I'm talking about? So go over there right now to Lakers in 5 and subscribe, man, if you want your chance to just feel important, man. Give you a take, be a winner. Go over there and subscribe to the best and Laker lure and Laker news. That's how he does it. Then after that, I want you to go over to Laker Girl 36, my little sister channel. She doing big things over there. From what I understand, she had an interview, or not an interview. She did a show today. I couldn't show up too. I was just too busy. Y'all know Big Bro be busy, man. I ain't got time to cover everybody, but I do try to show love when I can. She always comes over here and give me love, so I'm just giving it back to her. Please go subscribe to the channel. I will know if you don't subscribe to the channel. Don't think that y'all just gonna leave my channel and just get off the internet, bro. Like, go subscribe to her channel. I know if you subscribed or if you didn't subscribe. I just know these things because Lewis tell me. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't up here, but go subscribe to Angry's channel too, man. Angry shows me love too on his channel when I go over there. So please go subscribe to Angry's channel if you will. If you dare. Support everybody in the family, man. We all support each other. We're a big community. This is what we does. No harm, no foul. You know what I'm talking about? I like people that like me. I don't fuck with people who don't fuck with me. You understand? I don't like cowards. I don't like bitches. You know what I'm talking about? But ain't none of y'all like that. That's why I likes you. You understand what I'm talking about? All right. So this has been another installment of Major Level, man. Please come back, man. Anytime. I'm doing a show. I don't just do Laker shows. I'm about to start doing a bunch of other shows this coming summer when I get the chance to. not too long shows. Some of them will be pull-up shows. Some of them will be shows where it's just me, having monologue, whatever the case may be. But feel free to come up, listen, and get your laugh on. It ain't all serious up here. Life ain't all about being serious. Laugh a little bit. After all, laughter is the best medicine. As I like to leave y'all all the time, man, please go out there and be a blessing to somebody amongst your day tomorrow. And I pray that somebody bless you, man. Peace and blessings to all y'all. One love from Major Level Entertainment. We out.